Hi, good morning and good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Some of you is
Yes,
morning, some
teacher.
of you it's evening. Okay, how are you? How was the MCO, CMCO lockdown period? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
it was good.
Okay. Video, audio, everything good?
Good, miss.
Okay. How was the lockdown period for you? Very bad? Enjoying? Or just
Bad.
bad? Soon you will get recovered. Very soon, maybe in a month or two. For FYP, especially we are calling for FYPs and under schedule, and then slowly all students will be returning back to the campus. We hope for the best. We started working from today onwards. Do you know that?
So, miss, the finals will be
Sorry,
in
miss.
like this?
Final
Yeah, the finals will be in the university or will be online?
online.
Then what about the next semester, teacher?
Next semester, back to normal. Only for this semester we are planned for online, complete teaching and assessment online.
Okay.
Any other question?
Miss, what is our presentation?
Week 12 and 13. I will send the
Week 12.
schedule. Yeah, we plan for week 12 and 13 because each one will take 3 minutes. Accordingly, you will be spending about 6 hours plus. I need 2 weeks for that because one session is 1.5 hours. So most probably we'll be using 1 week and a half or 2 weeks during class timing. Like the 20 of you presented today, and then 20 or 30, and then next follow, because 3 minutes each. Okay.
Oh, 3 minutes. Oh, 3 minutes.
Yes.
So what things do we have to cover in our presentation? Like
You
what
can
type
use
of topics?
slide, you can use projector. Same like this. I will give access to the particular student under the session. I will call one by one to present. I will ask you to switch on the video and audio. All others will be mute. You have to present. Others will be listening.
This is week 8, right? Or week 9?
12 and 13. I will go by the
This
attendance.
current.
Miss,
Yeah. Yes.
slides and presentation and report or without report?
For the presentation, you have to prepare only the slide, either slide or poster. There is no stick format. It's up to you for presentation purpose, 3 minutes. All right, but either one should be there, either poster or slides.
Okay, so no need for the assignment to write report.
No reporting, nothing. It's because purely for testing communication. So I don't need a report kind of communication. It's only oral. And today I request you to complete the Excel sheet. Have you accessed the Excel sheet under file session? I posted the file. Under file, you can see one Excel sheet. All of you can access. You need to complete the title. Some of you are already there. I could extract. Most of you cannot. Could you please check the title and the across your name? If there is any change, also you can make it now.
Okay. Miss, for today, for the Kahoot, it's for attendance or for marks?
Attendance. No, both. I will give mark. Whoever attended will get the mark. Start from today, we will be marking 2 marks per session. Because
For Kahoot. So
yeah,
for Kahoot today, there's a mark.
I have informed many times before, and I'm supposed to start from last week, but I'm starting today. Is there any issue?
So I want to ask, is it the next semester will be the long semester instead of short semester?
Long semester will be.
Next semester should be short or long semester. The September semester.
I'm sorry, I have no answer for now because we are planning to introduce a short semester in between. You will be considered for a short semester only new intake, or you'll follow the September. Most probably not. The short semester is introduced in between September and July for the new intake. I will confirm you by next week. I need to check. Any other question? If not, we'll continue with the class.
Yes, I already did my title on the last time on the assignment, but not on Google Form. Do I have to do it on Google again?
No, it's not a Google. I already extracted the Google form that you submitted. The extracted Excel sheet is posted under file section where you take all your notes. In MS Team, you can see the files menu, right?
Yes.
And there are post, assignment, feed, and then files. Under files, you can go class materials, you can take your class notes. Another folder I created for assessment. Under assessment, please click the team presentation Excel sheet. You can go inside, check your name. If your name is there, check your title. If not, you write your name and then title.
Okay.
Everyone can access. You can also check your friend's title so that you will not duplicate much. It can be duplicated, but make it a bit different, right? Both may be material, one may be talking about cement, another may be ceramics, something like that. So you have to show some difference, all right? Don't fight each other. You can choose, there are millions and millions of topics on this. You can conveniently choose any topic of your interest to do that. Just 3 minutes only, it will go like that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let me share the slide. Is there any question? Is there any other question? Okay, I consider no question, no more question. You can ask me at the end of the class. Yes?
I cannot access, ma'am. I cannot access
You cannot?
the assessment. I want to see the
Oh, your name?
Kausar.
Should be the old name, right? You already entered. You have checked in under files, already checked?
Is it under files?
Yeah, under files, there's another folder, assessment. You have class materials, right?
Okay.
You can see second folder, assessment. Inside assessment, I put the Excel sheet for theme presentation.
Miss, for the presentation, when I choose a topic like any building around the world, should I talk about like when it how much money did it take for building and like this, or what?
You can choose a case study, make it very specific, like if material, very specific material, if possible include the company who is using or the company who introduced, right?
Yes.
Any topic with a specific company, material or method, yes? Huh?
So we pick our topic from the Excel file.
Some of the topic.
Okay.
Please repeat the question.
So we pick the title from the Excel file.
No, you those titles are given by you. I don't know who gave you who gave the title.
Fill the form by ourselves.
Fill the names only. You already given those titles. Those titles are given by you students, all of you, all 110, 20 students. I could not pick the name, extract the name. Unfortunately, I tried, but half of them only worked out. Maybe because I deleted the original file. So I request you to add your names only across the title that you already chosen, or you can amend right now. But there will be a timeline. Like I give you 2 weeks time. This is week 6, right? By week 7 or 8, we finalize the title so that I can come out with a schedule. Okay. All right. We don't waste time on this. What? Okay. Can you all see the slide? Week 6?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So last class we started with the site planning, which is the second topic under our construction technology. Last class we saw under site planning, we had site investigation and site preparation. We had some information and guideline codes, methods under site investigation and site preparation. We already discussed about the theme presentation. Hope you will fill up all the names under, or check your names under file section in MS theme. Okay, please go to file section and then assessment. Again, you have to follow assessment folder. The name of the folder is assessment. Okay. And then under site planning, site investigation, what did you study? Macintosh probe, right? Some of you said you cannot follow the YouTube video. Did you try after that? I posted the slides and the websites for you. Did you watch through? What is the criteria to stop hammering in Macintosh Pro? Can anyone state the criteria at which you can stop? Enough, you have to stop at that particular sampling point. You have to switch over to next point. What is the criteria to stop testing? Anybody? Macintosh Pro. Anyone answer? It can be wrong, please tell me, I will correct. Using Macintosh Pro. What is the purpose of Macintosh Pro, or otherwise? You answer this question. Use of Macintosh Pro.
To make test of the soil.
Test the density and the moisture of the soil.
In one word, geological properties or geotechnical properties of the soil and rock. All right. You can also say like this: subsurface and surface information about the site will be studied or tested using Macintosh Pro. This instrument is, in one word, you can say penetrometer, lightweight penetrometer. It penetrates into the soil, gives you the information about geological properties of the soil and rock beneath, and also soil above. Soil above, you will need to know what is the grade of the soil, what is the classification soil, what is soil density, what is the type of soil, right? Many information about geotechnical properties of soil and rock can be found using Macintosh Pro. Please visit this video. You can understand even better how to use. Normally we will use it in the laboratory. We have to have one for undergraduate students for this. To use this Macintosh Pro. It is also useful for your surface, your construction design, as well as infrastructure design for capstone project. You may have to test and write in your report what type of, what are the results from Macintosh Pro. I need to check whether we have it or not. Maybe if there is anything, I will take videograph and then send to you later for the usage. Site preparation. Second one, we studied about site preparation. Do you want to see the video again, or you can study yourself? No need, right? You can go through the video yourself, isn't it? I don't need to repeat. Please answer me. Are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, please check through. Okay, almost 92 join. Is it? Smells like. Okay. So criteria for stopping the testing. At what point you can stop testing? Hammering the probe inside under the ground. Two conditions. Number one is 400 hammering. The hammering, if you reach 400 stroke, you can stop. Or if you reach 12 meter to 15 meter, you can stop. If anyone is reached before, right? Either 400 stroke or 12 to 15 meter. If anyone is reached earlier, you can stop the testing, take out the sample. You can plot all the profiling, take the sample for testing for the laboratory and so on. You can do it. If you want, I can just quickly go through this video for revision of the Macintosh Pro. Easy for you, just 3 to 4 minutes only. I will show you then. And then site preparation also we have gone through how to do the marking, how to do what are the layouts you have to prepare, how to mark the border line. It's all the graphing from the contract document. It is all prepared before you come to the site. You just translate the drawing into the site by marking the boundary, by marking the layout, by marking delineating your site from the neighborhood. Right, these are the things we studied last class. Let me show you this simple video to understand quickly what is the Macintosh Pros doing. One moment, I opened all right. Okay, here. Okay. Can you see the video? Can you hear the one voice?
Yes.
Yeah, can you?
The equipment you need to carry out Road Macintosh are boring rods, rod couplings, penetration cone, measuring tape, hammer, oil or lubricant, gloves, lifting tool, and trowel. Step 1. Preparation. Measure out intervals of 0.3 meters or 30 centimeters along the length of each rod and mark each interval with liquid paper. Step 2. Equipment setup. Using oil as a lubricating medium, lubricate the screwed ends of each rod coupling, and also penetration cone. This must also be done for the hammer part. Ensure that the lubricant covers all the screwed parts well. Attach or screw in the penetration cone to the first rod. Insert the hammer into the rod and screw in the stopper, ensuring that the stopper is firmly attached. It is important that the stopper be screwed in tight enough and properly to avoid any injuries. Finally, screw in the cap of the hammer tightly. Step 3. Location. Make sure the area of soil at which the rod is supposed to penetrate is clear of any rubbish, debris, or tree roots. Position the penetration cone along with the rod and hammer firmly on the ground. 4. Penetration. Hold the bottom and middle part of the rod very firmly to avoid slipping. This ensures that the rod is inserted into the ground in a straight position. If the rod is tilted, the rod may be damaged or bent as it goes deeper into the ground. Lift the hammer upwards until a click is heard. Then, release the hammer in a manner that allows the weight of the hammer itself to drive the rod into the ground. Repeat until the rod is inserted either up until the 0.3 meter intervals or until an accumulated number of 400 blows is reached. Record the number of blows the rod required to reach its 0.3 meter intervals. Repeat this until 3/4 of the length of the first rod is driven into the ground. Step 5. Attaching more rods. Unscrew the hammer cap and the stopper, and then take out the hammer. Screw in the rod coupling. Attach the second rod tightly. Insert the hammer back into the rod and screw in the stopper and hammer cap. Continue blowing and recording the number of blows. Step 6. Dismantling equipment. Once an accumulated number of 400 blows or 4 rods have been achieved, the rods can now be taken out. Start by unscrewing the hammer cap and stopper. Take out the hammer from the rod. Using a lifting tool, extract out the rods as shown.
It's called pipe wrench. You can use pipe wrench to extract the rod.
When the first rod had been fully extracted, unscrew it from the coupling, and then unscrew the coupling from the second rod. Proceed to extract the second rod in the same manner. Step 7. Sample collection. Once the rods had been extracted, prepare a small metal dish to collect the soil clinging to the rods as sample. A trowel can be used for this. Collect enough soil sample to be brought back to the laboratory for testing. Step 8. Laboratory work. Record the weight of the empty dish. Next, record the weight of a soil sample in the same dish. Place the dish inside the oven to dry out all the moisture in the soil. Leave it inside for 24 hours.
Mission.
After the 24 hours is up, take the dish out and weigh it again. Record the new reading. All the data and readings recorded can then be used to carry out soil moisture testing.
Okay, I stop here. So you have seen the soil sampling for 1 moment. Here's the PowerPoint. Here's my PowerPoint. PowerPoints will not come down there. Okay, here. This is 5. How do I keep sharing the world? Sorry. Okay. Can you all see the slide? Can you all see the slide? Are you there? No?
Yes.
Okay. The slide is showing week 6. When I close this one. Okay. So over your last class, we just now we saw the performance of Macintosh Pro in testing soil sample. Disturbed soil sample has been taken for different purposes, maybe for soil properties, soil profiling, bearing tests, and so on. Okay. Is there any question in the video? Quick question. All of you can see the video, I mean the slides, right? Overview on last class. Can you see? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry for troubling every time. I'm so sorry because I want to check. Otherwise, no point in talking. Site planning outcome. Last class you would have come across all these topics and then the understanding on how the site is prepared for construction and what are the advantages according to the code number, right? It is all the statements are taken from the code, British code for site investigation. Okay. Then next one. Today's class will be on site clearance. Next topic under site investigation is after site investigation, it goes for site clearance, site preparation, and then for earthwork. But I put it together, preparation and clearance together, and then earthwork, excavation, storage, and quiz and Kahoot. This is the planning for today's class. Let's go quickly on this. Site clearing. So what comes to your mind? Just clean the surface for elevating your structure, right? The plane should be, the surface should be clear very beginning before you encounter any future problems, future works. You should not plan for any of the future works in site clearing. It should be done in the beginning itself before the construction starts, so that you can save money, you can save time, and unwanted or unforeseen things will be eliminated. Okay. Site clearing means removing all unsuitable materials, including topsoil. Including topsoil means wherever it is up the hill, right? Uphill or very top, very high, very low, we need to balance out to reduce the level and ready the site to new construction. According to the contouring of your plot, we will see the profiles later. According to the profiling which is there in the contract document, you need to level the ground. You need to clear the site and level the ground. These things are done under site clearance. For site clearance, again you can use the backhoe or any excavator. Sometimes excavators are used to clear the bushes, trees, remove the soil buns, remove the scraps, fill up the ponds, fill up the pits, and so on. Okay, get this. I mean, operation of backhoe also I have posted many videos. Please go through. It will be very interesting how to use the backhoe. What are the conditions at which you can start and stop, and what are the conditions you have to undertake while in operation. Okay, you can see there are buckets at the front and back. There is a hood in front. Sorry, what's that called? Boom game, like boom beam or boom, just you can say boom, is also extendable. You can use it for any length or any height. If it is a tree, it tries to go up the very high to cut the tree and remove from the side. All these operations can be done by backhoe or any other excavator type of machines fixed with the truck. You can clear the site for any project. Okay. Get the site as level as possible and have any heavy objects such as tree roots moved somewhere for your convenience. So you have to go to the main trunk of the root to be removed. Otherwise, it will become a plant. It will become a big tree in the future. It may even affect the basement, and hence the foundation is getting affected. So to avoid that, you must go until the main root. You have to remove completely the roots beneath the ground. Clearing techniques. There are clearing techniques according to this one. You can see here, they started from here. They started from here, from one corner of the site where the elevation is very good. You don't go for very high first. You can go for the very level ground. From there, you can compare one part by part or parcel by parcel. You can check the level with respect to the original, which is the level 1. You can plan, you can plot a layout, either which direction you will start, which direction you will proceed, and which direction you will end. Here you can see here they started here, going through. It is all depending on the contouring. I will show the contouring so that you will know where and all it is to be removed, where and all it is to be filled. Okay. This is one of the example one we are seeing here. The one is started from here, and the one started from here to finish up all this, and then some of the things that they are clearing from here. All these very things they started from here, going round, and then they slowly remove all of them. You can have a plan based on the given site. It depends on the site condition. Maybe more of forestry, more of sometimes it may be with all cemeteries you have to remove. Sometimes you need to burn, later you will see how the clearing is happening. It's maybe burnt or it's not exploded, implosion. By using implosion, you can remove those bridges. If it is a metal, you have to burn it. You have to fire it, so that's set to fire so that it is melted and remove those strong structures from the site. Okay. This is another example. The clearing techniques it is given here. There is no strict procedure as such, but the main concept is cut and fill should be equal, or cut should be less, filling can be more. Sorry. You have to cut less, fill less, right? Even if you cut more, fill should be less, so that you can save some soil for reuse, or you can even sell it. So these are the concepts that we have to keep in mind and depends on the site conditions. And then site clearing, topsoil need to remove because it is easily compressed and unsuitable for construction, right? Loose soil have to be removed because you're going to construct the foundation reaching the strong strata below the ground. So you can remove all the topsoil which will be not giving you the good value of bearing capacity or strong strength of the foundation. So you start from a subsurface layer which is a little bit harder, or start hard, you can slowly reach the harder surface. Establish exact position of the building from your site plan, which will show the plot measurements, position of the drainage, and so on. So you have to mark with the charcoal or any liquid paint. You can mark at the site where is the position of the where the drainage is going to be joining the main line. That is important. Where from you are taking the water line and where from it is going to lead to the houses. Mark out areas which need to be leveled, lowered, or raised to give you the correct floor heights for your building. Here again you can use the contouring topo map of the building. I will show the map later when you go for clearance, for earthwork, it will be given very clearly. Based on the contouring, you can plan wherever it's be level or lowered or raised. Next, it's all from the contract document, which is done before. The surveying has to be done before you come to the site, and you use those contract documents, those layouts and profiles to really activate or really work out the leveling or lowering or raising operation so that the ground is leveled. Sometimes you have to use the same profile. In that case, it is the complicating design and care should be taken to follow the profile of the land. It might be because the profile of the land helps you to follow, the profile may be following the hard rock or following the hard foundation. So they don't level it, they just follow the same profile. Next, you will need to start clearing away trees, bushes, and other obstructions. So all the obstructions of the site should be clear. There are very nice videos you can watch through how the site clearance is done using backhoe or any excavator. Very nice to see. You can watch through for more understanding. Site clearing. Make sure any existing underground services like electricity, water, and gas supplies are clearly marked and identified so that these are not damaged when digging out. So care should be taken under for these three: water, electricity, and gas supplies. With water, maybe water supply or wastewater supply. They are all the municipal supply which is already there. You should not disturb them. Maybe because you will be joining to that main line, you should not damage them. You should not damage any electrical transmission line. There may be a building, a small house you might have seen on your way home and when you travel. There are some small rooms, small buildings which will host the transmission lines, electrical lines for the whole community. So you should not disturb them. Care should be taken to avoid such disturbance caused to the public utilities. Normally you will clear the ground about 2 to 3 feet beyond your marked points to allow room for pouring foundation footings and when doing block work, drainage preparation, and dam proofing. So you can have extra foot but not very deep. For cutting soil, if it is exceeding 1 foot, you should get approval. Care should be taken. If you read through the guideline, you can read all this information. If you're going to cut the soil below 1 foot, above 1 foot, you should get approval from the land authority for marking. Okay, which law? What is the book called? All these rules and regulations are written in which book? Can you tell me? Building bylaws. UBBS, Universal Building Bylaws. Okay, all under land authority or Ministry of Works. Okay, you can see the backhoe which is used for clearing the site. See here, it's not leveled. There are some hills. There are very high, and it is not a level. So slowly it is removing or cutting the soil using backhoe. And this is, you can see the sharp edges here, pointing ends, which can cut the soil, collect and fill it into the truck so that it will be disposed or clear from the site. Type of machines used will depend on the soil and rock exists. Hydraulic excavators, all these backhoe mostly they are working under hydraulics. Okay, and then you can see some of the crane, shovel, dozers, bulldozers, loaders, scrappers, excavators, all are based on hydraulics principles. I will not go into hydraulic principle. You might have studied in fluid mechanics, right? What do you call the principle? Pascal's law, right? Pressure applied at a one point is distributed equally, uniformly throughout the section or throughout the area. And that is different from fluid mechanics. You would have learned from fluid mechanics. That's very interesting mechanism or principle with which many applications have come out. Okay, this one of them is hydraulic. This one, hydraulic press using backhoe. Right. Type of machines used, I explained already. Shower, dozers, bulldozers, scrappers. Carriers are also important in making the site clearing works faster. Yeah, if the trucks are not sufficient to carry your removed soil, the work will be delayed. So plan sufficiently for the amount of soil to be cut and transported off. Okay. Each one of the machine has their own capability and use in various situations. So you should have some knowledge, and although you are a civil engineer, you should know some mechanical parts, some mechanical functioning, what's the horsepower it's working, what's the velocity at which it is traveling from one, it can carry things from one place to another, and how much the capacity of the truck, right? All these things you should know so that you can plan nicely your time taken for site preparation. Once the site preparation is done on time, further you can ensure for quality of the work, completion of the work on time. Right. Type of machines are the other type of machine is bulldozer. This is called bulldozer. Again, it is having a big bucket which can move huge soil, huge waste at the site. And then type of machines used, another one is clearing blade, bulldozer, another bulldozer. You can see the big pan or a bucket. It's having a cutting edge. It's a small web to position the soil, and guide bar, it can be moved up and down. And then another one type of machines used, another type of machines. You can just have a knowledge on all these things. What are the parts of, I don't ask in the exam what is the part or the parts of the machine, but you must be knowing parts of the machine and how they are operated, how they are positioned, how they are used in operation. Okay, while in operation. Okay, what else? This one. Further, the blades, maybe the buckets may be having a straight blade, angle blade. The angle may be 30 less, and universal blade, right? Something like this. And then cushion blade, right? Cushion blade. There's a smothering and smothering effect. Maybe for loose soil it is important. For hard soil you have to go for straight blades, right? Site clearing. See the site somewhat clear. It is ongoing. The process is ongoing. It may look like this. You must have a barren land, cleared surface for starting your foundation. Site clearing activity of it's for demolition of existing building, grubbing out of bushes, trees, removal of topsoil from the site to reduce levels. Okay, site clearing mainly removing rubbish, removing bushes, removing topsoil which is loose. If it is hard, you don't disturb. The next one. Demolition of building using logistics. So what are the equipments that can be used for demolition or removing dislocation of the things from the site? You can use logistics like this: backhoe, excavator, bulldozer, or you can also use implosion. There you can see here the site is having a bridge, old bridge, which has to be removed, cleared off. So they implode it. Explode is purposely explode. Now this one is imploded so that it will not affect the place, the facilities nearby. It is imploded so that it will be removed nicely without affecting the neighborhood. This kind of firing, burning also, you can use it for removing the site disturbances or site materials. And this is another building. They want to demolish and reconstruct, maybe renovation of a wall, not renovation, a reconstruction of the wall. After 100 years, the life period of the project, they will implode it like this so that it will all subsided down to the ground without affecting the structures surrounding the area. They will implode and restart the work. What is demolition? A skilled occupation, breaking, a simple word breaking, should only be tackled by an experienced demolition contractor. Otherwise, you know the effects. Maybe they risk to the people, the workers at the site, risk to the construction site, risk to the neighborhood. There are certain methods to demolish unwanted old buildings without causing danger to the building nearby. Can be done using explosive bombs or machineries. This is quite common in USA. We can see quite a number of buildings they are demolishing, and it's because mainly they want to start from the underground. They want to build some 100 floors below the ground. They start with 100 floors below the ground, then raise up to the superstructure. So their plan is to have all structures be provided with or constructed with underground structures. So they demolish and reconstruct. Okay, this is quite common in USA, Japan, and China. Right. What is demolition? The depth of the site being cleared during the removal of topsoil depends on the types of soil at the site. Yeah, whether how much is a 10 meter, 1 meter to 10 meter, decided by the type of the soil. Topsoil contains plant life, decaying vegetation, compressed and unsuitable foundation. So you need to remove all these plant roots. You have to completely deroot the plants and the trees. Normally bulldozer, excavators are used for site clearing. Okay. Unwanted big granite rocks in the site can be cleared using explosive bombs. Rocks cannot be cut and removed, right? So you need to blast it to remove from the site. Followed by blasting rocks is one of the things, and you must take care for the supersonic effect, sound effect from this blasting. You must really use the proper time to explode, inform the neighborhood, right? Or you must inform some kilometers away from the site all the people about this blasting. Proper information indication should be given before blasting to avoid any ear problem. The surplus soil is being excavated for site formation and site leveling. Existing rocks were broken down by excavators. The lorry carried the debris and the excavated soil away from the site. So you are seeing one of the example site which has surplus soil here and some debris, some construction waste, maybe debris and construction waste, some wooden pieces, right? Wooden pieces. They are all removed and carried away by the trucks. Okay. Earthwork. Any operation in and around land which results in substantial modification to the existing ground level. So we clear the site. Now start earthwork for constructing your foundation. Excavation, the activities are excavation, loading, hauling, placing, compacting, formation, cut and fill, and finishing. So earthwork has all these steps of excavation. We will see how are they and what are the criteria for that. Number one, preparing the excavation line. You need to mark on the site using this. This is maybe a clay powder or lime powder you can use, or a liquid paper also we can just pour it, or cement mortar also they use sometimes, the lime mortar to mark the cutting line or border line, not border line, the excavation lines for the foundation. Okay, is one of the examples shown here. They marked it. They're using the red line. So earthwork can be used here again. We are using backhoes for cutting soil. For development of the structure or building on the land, the purpose of this earthwork is to construct your foundation. Ground will meet the construction needs in terms of location, elevation, soil densities, moisture content, and so on. So the process of earthwork, the cutting, depends on all the soil characteristics and the rock formation beneath the ground. It will decide the time and the logistics that you will be using for the earthwork. Next one, basically a site needs to be level before any building work being carried out. So you need to level the ground, isn't it? Why you need to level the ground? Anybody? Need to be leveled before building work begin Why? Why you need to level the ground?
Can you repeat the question, Miss?
Why you need to level the ground?
So it can be easier to work on.
Yeah, we are doing earthwork. It has to be leveled very beginning for any structure, right? Can you tell me
Yes.
why it has to be leveled? Why not I follow the profile?
To draw
Because
the
it makes it
boundary.
easier.
Huh? Two? Very good answer. Somebody.
To draw boundaries.
Louder, please.
Building doesn't collapse.
Drainage. Plan for drainage, right? You should be level so that you can plan for a proper drainage later on. Not necessarily it has to be, I mean, for example, for any building, they will start with the subsurface construction. Subsurface will be for drainage work. Then they start constructing for their foundation, footing, basement, superstructure follows, right? Mainly for drainage purpose. It has to be level first, then we start planning from there. You already have the contours, right? You already have the contours, you already have the profile. But very beginning, it should be level to plan for proper drainage direction for the building later on. Is this clear? Any other purpose served by leveling ground? Any other purpose? To know the depth of foundation, right? You need to know how much depth, how much deep you have to go, how deep you have to go below the ground. For deciding the depth of foundation, while designing the foundation, you will do all these things. From the level ground, you need to know how much is the depth. Later on, when you come to the site, we will follow the profile to have the correct depth of foundation to be inserted or the piles to be erected beneath the ground. Okay, there are many other purposes, but the main thing is the drainage. Another one is the depth of foundation. You should know once it is level, from there you can fix what are the depths to be constructed. Earthwork is done to produce a platform level, which has been stated in the construction drawing. See, three method. Okay, the types of cutting can be cut and fill or cut, because you are leveling the ground, right? The leveling, it may cause both cut and filling, or only by filling you level the ground, or by cutting you level the ground. Okay. Machineries used are excavators, bulldozer, tipper truck, backhoe, soil compactor. All these things are used for earthwork. Please, I read again, watch through. You may get questions like this. Earthwork is done by excavator, bulldozer, tipper truck, backhoe, and soil compactor. Used for earthwork. Okay. What are the earthworks? Okay, as I said before, these are the important drawings that you need to have for earthwork. You will be having three types of drawings: plan view or elevation view, just top view, bird's eye view, and then profile view. Last one, cross-sectional elevation of view of the site. Okay, let's see one by one. The plan view will look like this. The plan view will look like this. You see here, what are the things you can see here? Can you tell me? See, when you go for training, you should know how to read your drawing. The very first one you're learning in your training will be how to read the drawing. You should be able to read the drawing drawn by draughtsmen or engineers or the senior engineers who have been already working there for many years. They know all the details. You only have studied, and you're going to, when you go for practice, you should know how to read, how they are really practicing at the site, these drawings. Come on, can you read the plan? This is showing plan view or aerial view of the earthwork needs to be done. Okay, what are these things? Plus, it is written plus, 8 plus, all in inches. Maybe it's from UK, imperial units they are using, inches and feet, right? Okay, next drawing I can show clearly in the elevation view. This is showing the plan view of the cutting. Okay, cutting or leveling or raising earthwork plan view. In the elevation, it is clearly marked for the red lines. When you project it down, this one, you will have all these lines like this. Let's read from here. Some of the information you can clearly have it from elevation view or cut sectional view of the earthwork. You see here, these are all the, what are they? These are all the levels marked, right? And you can see the original ground mark here. Proposed platform, right? The proposed platform, a leveled ground that is to be built. So from there they can plan for the foundation or superstructure above. And then cut area. So the difference between the plan and the original. Plan and the original, it needs to be cut or fill. At this point it should be cut. At this point, at this point it should be filled. At this point it should be cut. Are you clear? Can you see here? Original ground is here. The platform, proposed platform or the level ground is over there. So at this point it should be filled to reach the proposed plan. At this point it should be removed or cut to reach the proposed plan at this point. And then filling area, because it is still deeper, the proposed plan is over here, so you need to fill or reach until this level from the original ground, so you need to fill. So like this, the drawings will help you from the cornerstone of the building. You will plan at what distance is plus or minus, okay? Accordingly, you will be cutting or filling to do the earthwork. All right. Next. All these things are elevation, the depths. You can see the values. Next. See all these things, the depth values, okay, maybe in inches or feet. Next one, contours. What are contours? I already told you last class. Contours. Profile of the cross-sectional profile or topo of the site is given. Topo, top surface. Topology of the site is given to you. For example, you start from here. You follow this one. Where is it? Maybe you can follow this one. You can follow this one. Start from here, all this line, go around this curve, the black one. All these points on this line are having 249.37, the level, 249.37 meter. Actually, it should be plus or minus. Always they have to denote the levels in the drawing using plus or minus. So it should be plus 249.37. All these points falling on this line will have, if you go all around this, you'll have all 449, right? Sorry, here the drawing is here. So the line joining equal elevation is drawn here, and all these points on this line will be having 2.74, 248.7, and these lines will be 248.4, 248.4, around that. They may have ranges. That's why you are seeing different numbers. They may have ranges. Taken the average, they will plot it. It is between, maybe it is between 35 to 40 or 35 to 45, 55, 35 to 55, because 43 also there. So for every range they will take in, because there are many different numbers, right? You cannot follow contours for each and every point. So they will have a range of numbers, range of values, which will be represented by each contours. You can see here all these points will be having more or less same. All these points will have more or less same elevation. So these lines are representing different elevations across the site. So like this, you must have a profiling, so that at any point, if you go there, from by distance they calculate at this distance, at this width, the level is this much. So what is the proposed level? What is to be cut? Is it to be cut or is it to be leveled? So they will decide based on this contouring plan as well. But all these things are done by site engineer. Project manager will be instructing to the site engineer or field engineer. It may be contractor, appointed by contractor, appointed by the project owner. There will be 2 site engineers. So everyone have to do their work, follow the guideline, follow the contract document to implement exactly as it is in the contract document. Earthwork. Cross section. So this is cutting and filling, and for example it says, well, if you cut for 1 foot, that should be filling for 1 foot. Don't go for beyond. Stop the phone. Stop the phone. Okay, next one. Okay, here You can see here the section in cut and section in fill. Okay, so that it will reach the proposed line. So it's another example of the cutting section at the site. You can also plan like this. You can have a sectional cut, sectional fill, and side hill section. So different drawings will give you the idea of cutting or filling or leveling. Cutting and filling works. Cut means already you know, removing the earth from the natural terrain to reach the proposed level, or filling, placement of the earth to form an embankment, or filling or leveling to reach the proposed level or proposed profile of the site. Cutting and filling works. N area, average N area, contour or plan area, 4 corner averaging. So you can use the method of like for calculating the volume. You can use N area or contour or plan area. We'll see further how it is. You can see the slide, right? Okay. How this is done. Spoils and borrows. Spoils and borrows. The surplus of the excavated earth. One moment. It's not following this one. One moment. Okay. How much is the volume of the cutting and filling work? You need to plan, because it's important for it will be done during your estimation and quantity survey. The job of quantity survey is to know how much cutting is necessary, how much filling is necessary. Based on these profiles and plans, he will quantify the earthwork. By the rate, he will decide how much volume of the soil to be removed or filled, and the corresponding rate of filling and cutting respective. Eventually, he will plan for the labors required, trucks required, and days, number of days required, and so on. Okay, the cutting or filling volume is necessary for these purposes. So number one is end area, average end area, or by 4 corner averaging. So there are actually procedures to calculate this method. I don't explain the method here, but let us understand these two methods are used for calculating the volume. These are all job of quantity surveyor. They will go by the plan and elevation view that you supplied. Based on that, they will calculate how to quantify the volume of soil to be removed or filled. If necessary, I will explain later, but let us proceed with the slides, because we need to complete the clearance and then go for different elements of the building. Okay, spoils and borrows. You can also see through videos. You just there are plenty of videos how to what are the methods to quantify the volume of earthwork. You just Google for how to quantify volume of earthwork at the site. You can see there is a strict procedure. It's also guided in the codes and manuals you can follow. Right. Spoils and borrows. The surplus of the excavated earth is called spoils. A deficit of earth necessary to form an embankment is called borrows. You need to borrow. It may dump beside the roadway or carted off or some distance to location for other purposes. So all the surplus soil will be filled or embankment. They create as artificial embankment to store their soils, and sometimes there will be deficit. It may be obtained from beside the road or carted in from other places. Okay, sometimes there is deficit. You need to borrow to fill up the pits. It depends on the site. So again, the functioning of this backhoe, you can watch through this video later on. I already posted last class. And this is again showing excavation by backhoe. They may be starting with the, this is the foundation work from the level ground, from the ground. They are digging the ground for constructing the foundation. Okay. Another type of excavation you are seeing here. All examples of excavation methods. It may be rocky or porous or loose soil or hot soil. Depends on the material. You need to decide which equipment needs to be used. And the excavator loading soil into truck. All the removed soil will be filled into the truck and then transported out of the site or dumped at the site, creating some sparrows so that they can be used later on. How the remote soil are accommodated, stored and secured. That's what we are going to see further down. Few more slides later we'll follow with the other instruction for today. Accommodation follows regulations 1996 health, safety and welfare. When you store material, there are a number of things that you have to encounter: safety, health issues of the people who are there to construct, the laborers who are working there, and also the dwellers beside, right? We need to know what are the regulations. The health and safety welfare will also have these types of regulations for how to store the soil or materials at the site. Requirements differ due to number of site workers and duration of the contract. Staff accommodation usually sectional timber huts, mobile caravans or cabins are used. Okay, this is the material. For staffs, they will use a small hut. That's what I showed to you in the last time video, also the one I showed from Maxim. You can see a small hut made out of timber, made out of steel shutters, which is very temporary. Hardly one aircon will be there. And you can also observe from the video I showed for COVID construction, right? Did you watch the COVID construction video? It is also there in the very beginning. I think when we talk about OSHA, I posted a video on COVID construction. What are the regulations during COVID construction? There's a new regulation in addition to PPE, the safety at site. You can watch through the video, wherein you can see a small room with all the one aircon and with all the postings for your safety, welfare and health of the people at the site. Okay, staff accommodation usually, it can be made out of timber or just steel shutters, or a caravan which is moving, right? Because as the work is moving, they cannot be stationed at one corner. They have to move as the work is progressing, right? To avoid lead time taken for moving from the office to the workyard. Facilities provided: first aid, stretcher ambulance, first aid room, shelter and clothing, maid's room, washing facilities and sanitary facilities are to be provided in addition to the clinic. In addition to this, the clinic should be there. Storage, how the materials are stored. Types of storage depend on durability, vulnerability to damage, vulnerability to theft and leakage. And damage includes leakage, spilling, melting. If it is alcohol, if it is volatile material, you should really take it how to store it. Here the examples for storing materials. Start from earthwork. All the building materials have to be checked for durability, vulnerability to damage, right? When it get damaged, chances of theft should be avoided by proper fencing and cabins. Examples: cement and plaster in a bag form, dry store free from moist air, otherwise it will get settled, right? So cement and plaster should be free from water or moisture condition. Aggregates and sand, clean firm base, separate different materials and grade, watch the moisture content. Okay, every time you have to check the moisture content, because due to climatic conditions it might be changing. You cannot store and keep it aside when the building construction is going for about a year or two. Due to climate change, there are chances of changing their moisture content. So you need to check time to time the materials that are stored, what is the moisture content, whether the property is changing or not, is still maintained. Brick and blocks stuck in stable piles, covered adequately. So you have to block the blocks should be stable piles, otherwise it will damage, it will spill off, getting broken, or it's not used for the purpose of the building construction. It cannot be used. It may lose the shape, it may lose the property. Security and protection fencing, you can use a proper fencing for your materials. To define, so for security protection, you need to define the site with the proper fencing. The trespassers or the thief should not be accessible to trespassers and thief. Should have physical barrier or visual barriers. We need to provide a kind of a barrier to access in and out. Should start at the beginning of the construction, right? You have to provide the secured fencing, secured storage room for the materials before it arrives. Type depends on the degree of security, cost, neighborhood, and duration of the contract. At least 1.8 meter high. What's the room height? Anybody? Normal room height. Height of the room. Any building. Any building.
2.2.
Why very, 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 very low? You deducted from mezzanine floor. 3 meter. 3 meter is the yeah, 3 meter is the end to end. Floor to head roof is 3 meter high. Normal depth, the height of the building should be, height of the room should be 3 meter. If it is a mezzanine floor, they may be 2.2. They're lower down, or it may be for the purpose of air conditioning or the central air conditioning. Right. Minimum number of access and with lockable barrier should be provided. Right. Because of the materials, avoid theft, avoid missing materials, and store enough sufficient materials. The standard fences are also given by British standards 1722. Like 2000 is for your investigation, soil investigation overall, but this one 1722, BS 1722 is for fencing arrangement. There are different codes available online. We can also buy, but nowadays we can access through online libraries. You can read through. All these codes are borrowed from Malaysian. There are separate Malaysian codes, but they are all borrowed from British. So you can still follow British codes.
Miss?
Yes?
Sorry to interrupt, Miss. This is out of the topic.
Mm.
Miss, I have to go to clinic right now because my mom. I have to bring my mom to clinic. Is it okay if I give the attendance right now, Miss? I just got an emergency. Yeah, Dinesh Muniandi.
Dinesh Muniandi. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
But you later you show me the any formula, any proof that you went to hospital. Maybe
yeah, sure. I'll send you the receipt. I'll email to you, Miss.
Okay, I will consider for the quiz for today. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Few more slides only. We are going for Kahoot. 3 more minutes. Okay, next. We will do the Kahoot first. These are some theory part only. You can study. I hold for a while this section. Shall we all start with the Kahoot? Are you ready? Because it's getting time. Maybe after Kahoot I can continue. Few more slides. We left with few more slides, 4 or 5 slides only about fencing and protection for the materials. Are you ready for Kahoot now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay, let me check how many participants are there. Please check for my the sharing slide. If I don't show the question, you just caution me. How many are there? 109. Oh, very good attendance. I missed with 5 more students. I don't know who are they. I will find out. May I call everybody to join again? If they one turn, join one turn.
Miss, what is the game pin?
Yeah, I will give you. Let us start Kahoot. All of you access through kahoot.it. Okay, you have to type at the website. What? Kahoot.it. Let me type for you. Kahoot.it. Okay, go to this website. I typed at the message chat. Please go to this site and then enter the pin. One moment, I display the pin now. Okay, let's start.
Miss, what if we answer something wrong? Is it going to affect our marks or what?
No, it's not graded. It's only from the mark is given for the participation. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
It's not marked. Let's start the Kahoot game.
What is the pin?
One moment. I share the pin for you. I share the slide with the pin. You can take from the slide from the projector. So it is not graded. All of you have to participate. If there's a difficult question, you can get the answer after the quiz. Okay. It is for learning purpose. Reinforcing your learning. All the topics are from past 2 classes, safety and site planning. Okay, let's start. Learn from Kahoot. Share slide. Kahoot. All of you can see Kahoot, my Kahoot session. Now I can. Yes. I take the pin for you. Ready for the Kahoot? All of you read the question carefully and then answer. Don't miss out. All should get all correct. You're going to start. All of you can see the pin? Can you see the pin?
Yes.
Thank you. 6-9, I copy the pin for you, the chat box.
Miss, for the nickname, do we need to use my
Please give your
our
name.
ID?
Yeah, good question. All of you, please give your exact name, like your name. Don't put any nicknames. Although it's written nickname, please give your name, full name. Type your full name.
I already put the nickname.
Okay. Okay.
Miss, there is no enough letter to write the full name. So can we just write our
Okay,
ID?
lovely. Do the nickname. Nickname, but if it is the common name, just avoid common name. A different one you can put it. Okay, so that I identify as you. All of you can see the code, right? I don't know what let us wait. Type the number for you.
Yes, Miss, we can see them.
Okay. Shall we start? Time up.
Just a minute, miss.
Okay. This is the code. I sent the code for you. 693-6212. Either you can join by 2 devices, one for seeing the question, another one for answer. Or use the same device. 2 websites, 2 windows will be open. All simple questions from your slides only, mostly from your slides. (101) join. How many of you here? You have to join, and don't let any others join. 110. How many here? 1, 2, waiting for. I give 2 more minutes and we start. Okay, each question will have 30 seconds for now. Each question, there are 10 questions. Each question will be displayed for 30 seconds. You need to answer within 30 seconds.
Can you start, ma'am?
Yes. So we'll have 5 minutes. We'll be having 5 minutes of Kahoot, okay? 106 join. 17 because you're 110. 17 join already. Let's wait for 1 more minute. It'll run for 5 minutes because each question is for 30 seconds only. Concentrate the question, answer properly. Hope everyone joined. 107. Donald Trump. Hey, it's so different name. Donald Trump. Okay. 2 more. Quickly. Okay. Time up. Let's start because I should not make this a bit longer. Okay, we reached 109. Only one more. You please stop your microphone. Mute your microphone. All of you mute your microphone, dear. Please. One more. Okay, one more yet to join. 109 now. Let's start. 1, 2, 3. Can you see the question? Can you see the question? Number 1.
Yes, we can see.
UPL is to 10 more seconds.
Miss, I cannot see the question.
Huh? What?
Yes, we
cannot see
cannot see the question.
Miss, I cannot see the question.
Why not?
Only have the option.
No, no, you have to look at
So
the
you
phone.
need to use both MS Team and another one.
Okay.
You have to see.
Ah,
I'm sorry. Hey, don't press. You you have to use 2 devices.
Oh, sorry, we couldn't understand first. I just
Can you
pressed
repeat it again, Miss? The quiz?
No. Just a moment. Just a moment. I didn't go to next one. Well, just hold on. You have to use 2 windows. One is for the seeing the question, another one for answering. Do you understand that? With one, you
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
answer.
Okay.
Have 2 display, 2 devices or 2 windows. If you're using PC, one window for MS Team, another website you open for Kahoot.it, wherein you can join and you can answer the question.
What
Okay.
about those?
No, you can use the same device, but open 2 windows. One for MS Team, another one you just toggle between. Where is that? Give me the phone. You can see the windows, right? The different windows in your phone. At the bottom there, you can open different windows, right? If you open many windows, you can see one by one, right? For example, I open 2 windows, I can see 2 windows, WhatsApp and the messages. Like that, one is for MS Team, another one for your Kahoot. Can you do it?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Are you ready? We move to the next question. We left with another 7 minutes only. We need to finish today's class. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Go to the next question. All the best. Oh, we can see the score. Wang Jia Cha Chuan. Good. Lam Shu Yap Jia Kaula Muhammad Taha. Toppers. Okay. Purpose of OSHA is also to promote psychological needs of a person at work, that is to be adapted. Is it correct? Does OSHA cover psychological needs of the persons at work? Yes or no? Why wrong answer? Okay. We need psychological needs, attitudes of the people also. It covers both. Okay. Next. Oh, why? Lam Shu overtook 1968. Okay. Next. Can you go to the next question? Third question. Give an example of risk at site. Which is the risk at site? It's a bit tricky question. Okay, move to next question. Lam Shu came back again. Lam Shu Wei stands first, still stands first. Wan Wei Sheng, Yap Jia Zin, Tan Shi Ming, Li Jingjia. Toppers. Okay, next. Fourth question. There are 10 questions. Signboard must be in words, graphics, drawing with bright striking colors, such as blue and green. Is that true? Are you using blue and green for signboards? You can recall the one you see through. Okay. way home or when you travel, you would have noticed which color they use. Why? Simple question. Blue and green. Wrong. Should be red and yellow. Okay. Next. Lam Shu Wei. Wow. Still standing first. Wan Wai Seng Shen Yop Zia Zin. Fuad. Fuad is coming up. Yop Zing Kang. New one. Number 5 question. Wear safety goggles, face protector, especially during concreting, welding, site marking, or some construction. Some construction. The underground tank is called some. Face protector. Why isn't you can see the correct answer. Stick here at the end. You can also see the correct answer. Can you all see the correct answer with the tick? Can you see?
Yes.
Yes. You can correct if it is wrong. Your answer is wrong by seeing the correct answer. Lam Shu still stands first. Nobody to shoot him, break his record. Wang Wei Sheng again. Fuad moved to third place. Tan Jia Wen, Mugindran, new one. Next. Number 6. We have left with 3 more minutes. Quick. To forewarn ground problems and difficult local conditions during construction, we have to conduct to understand the site condition. Very good. Most of you are keeping up the time. Almost 108 answer. 2 left. Site investigation, right, is necessary to understand the site condition to avoid any future problem or encounter with the economic, right, spending more on the future problem. Okay. 7th question. British Code 2001 1957 has rules and regulations for site investigation. Is that correct? British Code Practice 2001 1957. Is that correct number? Rules and regulations for site investigation. You can check from your slides if you want. All from your slides. It's true, and the number is correct. 2001 1957 is for site investigation. Only for site investigation. Next. Wan Wei Sheng. Wow. New one, I think. Tong Ka Yung, Wang Shu Ying, Lam Shu Wei, Jeff Chia. All are leading. 8th question. Geological site investigation at site is carried out using where is geological investigation. I think all can get correct answer. More. All wrong answer. Very simple. Today we saw 10 minutes video on Macintosh Pro, understanding the soil properties, isn't it? Geological properties of the soil. Macintosh. It's not just by excavating or by compacting or by bulldozer taking the soil. You cannot understand. For the soil profiling and structure of the soil can be found by using Macintosh Pro penetrometer. Next. Scoreboard still stands. Wan Wei Sheng still leading. Tong Ka Yun, Jeff Chia came up. Lam Shu Wei, Liu Wai Lun. I don't remember the face, but anyway, I can remember the names. A good dash blank, you need to fill up, can assist the completion of work on time with acceptable cost and quality. You do something which can help you to save time and cost and quality, ensure for quality. Just a survey or estimation or site preparation or engineering design, which will help to complete work on time. When you make mistakes, site preparation is the very beginning and the foremost work to be done in any construction. If this is the starting point is correct, you can complete on time with the quality and acceptable cost or below the budget. Okay, next. Scoreboard. Wang Weisheng, Chef Chia, came up second level. Tong Ka Yun, Lam Shu Wei, Tan Ken Yi. Good. Next one. Last question, favorite question for you. I complete the attendance by this. Do you attend this class? Finish. Don't put pause. This is for your attendance. We end the session. Let's see the score. Thanks for your cooperation and patience. We exceeded 2 minutes today. 112 answer already. What remaining 8? We were 10. Okay. Who gave false? Who gave false?
See that. See.
With the person who was sick?
Poon Jae-woon.
Oh, you. Okay, next final round. Final. Who is the winner? Or what winner? Tong Ka Yun, third place. Chef Chia, yeah, slowly came to the second level already.
Oh. Let's bro.
Thank you, the leader of today's class. Every topic that we are learning. Okay, we should go to the slides and see here. I will post the research later. If you want to go through your source, you can do it. Any more questions? I stop here for the class today. Any questions for today?
No, miss. Thank you.
Bye bye.
I stop here.
The presentation. I cannot see you, ma'am. Ah, come on.
Cannot hear you.
Miss, we can't hear you clearly.
Hello. Premier sir, can create
The presentation. What time?
Hello.
Miss, your voice is lagging.
can create a room now.